All right, let's go back to Cleveland, Ohio with this next one. This is Great Lakes Oktoberfest. We're in the season. I've been doing pumpkin beers, some pumpkin beers, and some Oktoberfest as well. Maybe more to come. I've done quite a few over the years. This one is 6.5% ABV, only 20 IBUs, so less on the hops, more on the malts. A four-time medal winner, gold medal winner, as a matter of fact, of the World Beer Championships. So pretty good stuff right there. Malts, they use the Harrington two-row base malt, Munich Caramel 45, and they use Mount Hood hops. 100-day shelf life. It does say it's good till December 7th of 2015. So Great Lakes, of course, out of Cleveland, as I mentioned, and always interested in tasting an Oktoberfest, especially an Oktoberfest that's 6.5%, which is a pretty high ABV for this style of beer. Usually you're getting anywhere between 5 and 6 in Oktoberfest. When you get into that above 6 range, it gets a little different. So let's see what we have here. Again, I really like the idea that Sierra Nevada had, or has, with their pairing with a brewery in Germany every year to produce their Oktoberfest. This one looks like it's homebrewed from Great Lakes Brewing out of Cleveland. So this is an American Oktoberfest. So let's get the aroma. Before we get the aroma, though, appearance-wise, basically almost no head to this beer. A very thin layer of head. I don't know how I feel about that. You're expecting maybe a little less head, I guess, out of an Oktoberfest than with other styles like a lager or something like that, but definitely getting almost no head. It's basically just froth on the sides at this point. So a little weird there. Getting a very candy-looking amber kind of color to this beer. Let's get the aroma now of Great Lakes Oktoberfest. Yeah. Interesting. I guess a little heavy on the malt, but I'm getting a tiny bit of a corn rice adjunct kind of smell to this. And not very prevalent, a little faint on the smell. So far as the visuals and the aroma goes, not quite what I'm looking for out of an Oktoberfest. However, it could all change with the most important part, which of course is the taste, let's face it. So let's get a taste now of Great Lakes Oktoberfest. Ooh. It has an alcohol bite to it, which that's a no-no for this style. Getting a little bit of an all-around malt feel, but a tiny bit of hop bitterness, but not quite that much. But an alcohol bite. When I think of Oktoberfest, when I kind of judge Oktoberfests, for me, it's, can I put it in one of those giant boot glasses and drink and drink and drink? And I can't do that with this style, with this beer, I should say. The one from Sierra Nevada was out of the ballpark. This one misses its mark. I mean, Great Lakes could have done well maybe to kind of take that idea from Sierra Nevada and apply it to their own. And usually Great Lakes produces some great stuff. This is not just a great representation of this style of beer. Yeah, it's basically missing the aura of an Oktoberfest. It doesn't have that clean drinkability that you want with this style. It has a bite to it at the end, and 6.5% ABV is a little high on the ABV for this style. So I'm going to go ahead and give Great Lakes Oktoberfest a 5 out of 10. Misses on appearance, it misses on aroma, and really just honestly just misses on taste. So just not a great Oktoberfest, and I'm very shocked and surprised that Great Lakes has produced a beer that I'm not a huge fan of, because everything that they've ever done I've always really been loving. And of course, I still love Great Lakes just because they, to me, didn't hit the mark on one style of beer doesn't mean that the others are downgraded either. Still love Elliot Ness, still love Edmund Fitzgerald, so I'm going to keep drinking those, and I'm just not going to keep drinking the Oktoberfest. So 5 out of 10 for Great Lakes Oktoberfest. Thanks.